Good morning, friends. Happy Vlogmas episode 4? No, 3? I don't know what episode we're on. It's either 4 or 5. Oh my gosh. 4. Episode 4? Today I am dubbing a Sheila self-care, do the things that make me happy day because I need it, friends. I am on my period and it's a low energy day. Yesterday I really struggled at work with my energy and capacity and brain fog and just all, you know, the symptoms, and was really hard on myself for it, even though it's that time of the month where I'm low energy anyway, and this is kind of a cycle I run myself through. And actually I didn't realize my period was coming this week. I just haven't been on top of like that in terms of my schedule. So I think the surprise of it really threw me off as well, because I'm normally prepared like mentally and physically, because I'll have it in my planner. I will adjust my work schedule and appointments around it and make sure I have work from home days planned out and all that fun stuff. And I didn't have that planned out for this month at all, and I went into work, you know, hoping to get all this magical stuff done and leave and feel fulfilled. And by the middle of the day, I had a small breakdown at my desk, had a good little cry, and then I got my period. So the combination of the surprise with the symptoms just, you know, created this little storm. So we're at home today. I'm actually gonna take a sick day, but I am gonna check some work emails just to stay on top of things, and message my assistant to let her know that I am staying home. I kind of unloaded a bit of how I was feeling before I left yesterday, because I just like to be, you know, open with my colleagues, especially my assistant, who I'm pretty close with because we're there together, you know, every day during the week, and she's very understanding and just said words I needed to hear, like, it's okay for you to take a day off. It's okay for you not to come in tomorrow. You don't need to ask for permission. Because I run myself through this cycle of, okay, I need to rest and take time off for myself, but then I do that and I feel guilty and then just cause myself more pain and anguish over the guilt of not keeping up with society's capitalistic hustle culture standards of being a high energy bunny 24/7. So I'd like to go against all of that in today's videos, friend, and do some self-care activities and try and share, I don't know, some self-care rest tips, wisdom I've collected over the years, especially during the holiday season. I did one of these videos last year, like a self-care vlog, and you guys really liked it. I really liked how it turned out. And I remember one of the things I talked about in the video was like having a nourishing breakfast or just eating nourishing foods. So I always have breakfast. I have to have something for breakfast. I know I always show like my coffee in the morning, but I'm not just having coffee. I'm either eating like a banana or a date bar. Those are kind of my options. And sometimes I'll make a smoothie. I haven't made smoothies in a while. I've been kind of off them, strangely. I had smoothies like every day for like 4 years. Not like every day, but they were in consistent rotation in my meal schedule. And then I just kind of fell off of it within the past year. And I am not opposed to having a smoothie during the winter time. I know some people don't like smoothies because they're so cold, but I feel like I prefer them in the winter time because I'm weird. I do want a smoothie, but I need to get Vlogmas episode 3 up, and then we can do some self-care related things. So I want to do some video editing. I want to journal. Actually, I think I might journal first to get stuff off my brain. This is something else I run myself through, is that on days where I need to jump into work, I will skip like my Hobonichi and journaling and just dive straight into work. And I definitely notice that does have an impact on me and my day, versus when I do take the time to have a slower morning and, you know, journal and write out a gratitude list, I am much happier and pleasant throughout the day. Yeah, Sheila, let's show some self-care by choosing to not dive into work and going into my Hobonichi and my journal first. But before that, I want to change because I'm still in my pajamas. Sometimes I will just live in my pajamas all morning if I'm having a very low energy day, but once I like started filming and got my coffee ready, I actually had a spurt of motivation to get myself together a little bit, and it's probably because I'm filming and all of that. But let's put on some cozy leggings and a sweater and warm socks and have a little cozy morning. So I journaled for about 15 minutes. I didn't set a timer or anything. If you're new to journaling and it just kind of freaks you out a little bit, setting a timer might help, whether it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, or just free writing until you stop. I know it can also be tough because you don't know what to write. I have been journaling for many, many years, was a journaler when I was a kid and in high school. So for me, just kind of writing in a journal is second nature to me, but I can understand if you're new to journaling where to start. So there are definitely like prompt lists out there in this world that can help you. I think I'll try and link some down below that I've referenced in the past. For me, today I just wrote about what happened yesterday at work when I had my little like meltdown and my little cry in the office. And it's good to move through your emotions by writing it out, and when you write it out, you release it from your body and you can like process it because you're thinking about it and writing it and putting it into words and articulating it into language, and it just like presents itself to you, and you can kind of reflect and look back at the situation, like removing yourself from it. So that always helps me, especially when I'm anxious or going through a rough time or just had a bad day. Some other journaling prompts that I like to use for myself are more just like, how can I take care of myself today? What does rest look like for me today? What does self-care look like for me today? You could just journal on self-care, like in general. There are so many ways to kind of go about it, so I'll try and link some stuff in the description box. So I finished journaling, at least for now, and I just realized that I need to pull a rest card for myself. And I haven't really talked about this with you guys, but I think today's the perfect time to do it. So this is called the Rest Deck by the Nap Ministry, 50 Practices to Resist Grind Culture by Trisha Hearsey. So the Nap Ministry is a big organization, group. I know they're on Instagram, and I'll link their information down below. This rest deck I've seen floating around, and my therapist actually recommended me getting it because she also has the same deck. Basically, it's just a deck of cards with affirmations on them about resting and resisting grind culture, and I just love the whole premise of this. So on self-care days like this, I always try and pull a rest card, and if I'm having a slower morning, I also try and pull a rest card. I haven't pulled one actually in weeks, which can show you how, you know, my life has been busy and all of that. So let's pull a little rest card and see what I need to hear today. Ooh, we got one. My body is sacred. Exhaustion does not honor the sacred. I love that. So the back of the card says, you don't want a seat at the table. The table is full of oppressors. You want a blanket and a pillow down by the ocean. You want to rest. Exhaustion is not your legacy. Honor the divinity in yourself. Turn your back on grind culture. You are sacred. So that's my little rest message. I love this, especially since it's addressing like my physical body because of, you know, what's happening to me at this point in time, and it's a lovely message. So sometimes I will record the affirmation in my Hobonichi as a reminder and just to write it down, to commit it to my soul and my memory. So I think now I'm gonna move into my Hobonichi and put my fun little stickers that I showed you guys at the end of my last vlog, because I don't have any Christmas stickers. Now I do. So I'm excited to put stickers and washi tape and have my little journaling self-care fun. I also think I'm gonna do that for about 20 minutes. It's 9:45. I work in blocks of time. Time blocking is just super helpful for me to do multiple things and do it all, I guess. Not to say that doing it all is cool and admirable, but if you do wonder, because I get questions of how I like do all this stuff while working, time blocking is my secret. We're gonna do that for about 20 minutes and then I'm gonna get to video editing. wait, it's been about 20 minutes and I was getting lost and journaling and Hobonichiing and all that fun stuff. Very easy to get lost and into a flow state where you lose track of time. So that's when a timer can come in handy. Here's my little setup in case you're wondering. My big camera is on the overhead tripod. I've been still trying to learn how to use this thing and get used to it because it is like a very professional high-tech tripod, but it's been working for overhead shots at least. And then when it comes to like stickering and washi taping, I always like put some sticker on and then I need to like, I want to like write something and then I don't know, I get indecisive where to put things and then I question myself and then I'm like, oh, I don't want to use all my stickers because I want to keep some. So I feel like the December layout came out really cute. As you can see, my November one wasn't that great. I don't really use these monthly spreads. This one looks cute. But yeah. And then my weekly, I tried to put some weeklies in. And I don't normally plan this far ahead. I like to like weekly plan and then I'll put my stickers in. But since we're here, we're doing Christmas, it's a busy month, let's do it all at the same time. So that gives it a little bit of prep work. And then I did put some stickers for Christmas. Get to it. Well, not that much. Probably put more. But I like to put stickers on my daily spreads when I do them. But I haven't had any stickers, so my past spreads don't really are kind of bare, which I don't mind it. You can kind of see past instances. Yeah. All right, it's time for me to go into video editing land, so I won't see you guys probably until this afternoon when I'm finished, and then I have cozy things I want to do after I finish editing to reward myself. So let's get editing. I'm taking a lunch break. I'm still not done editing, but we're almost there. We're almost there. I'm making this for lunch. I just found it at Trader Joe's the other day and it's gluten-free and vegan. Chickenless cauliflower stir fry. Sounds so good. Yum! I just threw some hot sauce on it and I did put in a little stir-fry sauce when I was cooking it, but lunch is served! And another self-care activity for today is watching YouTube. We're gonna watch Morgan Long's latest Vlogmas episode, which came out yesterday, but I haven't watched it yet, so we're catching up. Cheers! It's snowing, friends! It's snowing! Hello, friends. It's the end of the day and I wanted to hop on to end this video because I had work all day and I'm definitely feeling more myself as I move through my menstrual cycle and try to be more kind to myself. I think this weekend I'll be doing more self-care related activities and hopefully can share that with you guys depending how I feel and where my Vlogmas ideas take me as we move through December. Yesterday after I finished video editing, which I didn't finish until like 5 o'clock, I think, and I wanted to do reading, I wanted to draw and do those two things after video editing, but I didn't do any drawing. I read a little bit, but not too much. And so those are definitely two other self-care activities I like to do when I have a self-care day, or try and incorporate them into my self-care routine, whether it's a big chunk of time when I have a day off to myself, or just trying to get some reading in the morning or in the evening before bed, or even on my lunch break, to digital drawing again if I'm working on a big piece for a large chunk of time, or trying to work on some little things on my lunch break or after work. Those two things have been really go-tos for me to help me rest and work on things that make me happy. So again, I just want to drive home the message that self-care is relative to you. It's what you make of it. It's things, activities, a feeling, a way of being. It's a lifestyle, really. So I'd love to know from you guys, what does self-care look like for you right now, during this month, during this season in your life? And if you're not where you want to be with your self-care, what's one small thing you can start doing or set the intention to start doing in the near future? Thank you, friends, for being here, and I hope you like this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!